Creative Katie, Karen Burchill here. Welcome to my channel. Today I am going to show you a 5-step process to creating an art journal page. This is perfect for the beginner. It's perfect if you're in a creative slump. So let's get started. So I'm working in my half-size composition book. This has been already gessoed and pages have been glued together. And the first step here, I am brayering paint on. It is a quick, easy way to get paint on your page. It dries super quick, and you have the added benefit if you do it like I did it, and I just had leftover paint. And so the first layer of this page started by applying 2 colors paint on an already gessoed page. So this really jumped forward my creative process. I wasn't really thinking about completing this page at all. I just wanted to use up the excess paint on my palette before I closed up my studio for the day. Now you're getting interesting pattern here because these composition pages had been glued together. So there's a lot of texture there. So you're getting a lot of pattern and texture automatically on this page. So I've used, this was bright aqua and Prussian blue right now. So step 1, brayer on paint. Second step, add modeling paste. Now modeling paste through a stencil can add pattern and texture. And it gives you something to play off and accentuate down the road. And I love adding texture to a page, whether it's an art journal cover or an art journal page or a mixed media piece that I hang on the wall. So I am putting this in 3 places across the page. Three odd numbers tend to look more pleasing to the eye. As I said, for beginners, this is the formula. Apply background color. I chose to do it with brayer. Now we're putting texture in. Each step brings out maybe the next step. But this is a bit of a formula. Again, use a pattern or stencil that you like. So now I'm going to clean my stencil, get that modeling paste off. Now I'm going to add some sprays. Now I put texture on there. And because when you put sprays, watercolor paint, powders into texture, it gets in all those new nooks and crannies, and something magical happens that you cannot force. So I've sprayed it with water. I'm adding a little bit more. I wanted a contrasting color here. Now I'm using Lindy Starburst, but you can use watercolor paints. You can use those pigment powders and activate them. And then I'm spending some time drying it, moving that around. And again, you'll notice I've put it in 3 areas where the texture was. Now I'm grabbing that was kind of a burgundy-ish color. This is navy. Now the Starbursts have kind of a metallic influence in there. So there's some teal in this navy. And you'll see it hopefully at the end, but it has that shimmer and shine. But if what you have are pigment powders, use them. If you have watercolors, use them. Now, the Starburst, the watercolors, many of the pigment powders are not permanent. So when you add water to them or any wet medium afterwards, they are going to reactivate. And we're going to use that to our benefit. So here I'm just adding a little bit more. I want it a little bit darker. And you have to, when you're adding sprays like this or pigment powders, you kind of have to play with it. And you have to be open to the possibility of lack of control here. But then you get the magic. the soft, ethereal, grungy loveliness that happens here. So you need to play with it a little bit. And you'll notice I put plastic cutting boards in between the pages to keep the paint from, or the sprays from getting elsewhere on my art journal. So now, because that spray is going to reactivate, I want to stamp with white, stamp or stencil. I'm stamping using this silicone dish sink liner, and I'm applying white acrylic paint. Now I know because that spray is moisture, water activated, it's going to bleed through that white. So it's not going to be an opaque white. So it's going to give, again, this grungy, vintagey kind of look. And I'm going to use that to my benefit. Adding a little bit of stamping. I'm not worried that it's not perfect. Nothing about this background is pristine and perfect. It is absolute grungy, vintage yumminess. So as this, it absorbs the pigment from the sprays. So this is why you need to know your products and know what they are going to do, and then you use that to your advantage. Now, I absolutely love this background. So step 5 here is to add the focal image. And I've gone with a kind of grayscale focal image. These are clocks that I had printed out just on copy paper. And my sentiment. That all makes up the focal. This sentiment comes from my sentiment pack. It's about time. This is available as a digital download from NINNYSNAPKINS.com. There's about 30, 40 sentiments in that sentiment pack that you can print off as many times as you want, and you can even change the sizes so it'll fit whatever size project you're working on. So I'll put the link down below and you can check it out if you're interested. So I'm just cutting apart that sentiment, getting rid of some of the white because I want to see more of my background. And I'm just gluing that down. Now I'm putting the glue underneath. I'm not putting it on the background because it will reactivate. So again, so now we're moving into, it's kind of a bonus step, the finishing stage. Here I'm going to tweak everything. I'm going to shade, I'm going to embellish a little bit, maybe splatter, edge the page. That's all part of the finishing cycle. Here I'm shading on top of my focal image, just darkening that up a little bit, just to make the focal image stand out more. I'm not looking for a perfect outline. Now here I'm edging. Now I'm not going to use the floating acrylic technique or where I use any moist water because, again, that Lindy spray is going to reactivate. So I'm using a woodless charcoal pencil. This is the soft one. And then I'm just smudging it. You want to make sure that the page is completely dry before you do that. And then I'm using my Posca pen to outline my sentiment, just to make it stand out a little bit more. In real time, this page took 25 minutes to complete from beginning to end. So brayer, modeling paste, sprays, focal image, finishing. 5 easy steps. Now you go and do your page. Until next time, go get creative.